Now practice is over, qualifying awaits. Welcome along from Portugal and the fearsome Portimao. Time to light up those timesheets and see who can take pole today.
Okay, I hope you brought something good to read today. There's an issue with the fuel system. We don't think it's anything terminal, but it is going to take some time to investigate and repair, I'm afraid. Okay, when you're ready, let's go. We've only got 2 laps of fuel left. And we've been pushed down to P20. Expecting rain in about 10 to 15 minutes.
Goodbye for now then, but really we're just getting started. Make sure to join us again for Lights Out tomorrow. Welcome along then to Portimao, one of the busiest towns in the Algarve and a breathtaking destination that brings tourists from all around the world to the shores of southern Portugal. Today it's the backdrop for the latest round of the Formula One World Championship, and with a circuit this wide, we could be in for a lot of exciting wheel-to-wheel action today. A lap of Portimao is 2.9 miles long and is made up of 15 turns, 9 right-handers and 6 left-handers. It's been described as a roller coaster with a lot of elevation changes. There's more than one blind summit and the conditions today aren't going to make visibility any better. So drivers are going to have to be on the ball if we're to avoid a safety car here today. It's time to take a look at our starting grid for today's race. Charles Leclerc lines up on pole position, edging out Lando Norris, who'll start from P2. Looking at the rest of today's grid, we have Behrman, Perez, Tsunoda, Oscar Piastri, Verstappen, Ocon, Fernando Alonso, Hamilton, Sainz, Albon, Russell, Hülkenberg, Ricciardo, Gasly, Stroll, Sargent, Joe, and Valtteri Bottas begins the race from the back of the grid. It's almost time for the lights to go out, so let's head down to the track where preparations are underway. And alongside me in the commentary box today, former racing driver herself, Naomi Schiff. Let's look at their season, and particularly against their teammate. Fair to say, they've got the better of them more often than not. Now, I'll be generous here. It's not that long ago that you were racing and entertaining us on a Sunday. But in the years since, the sport has changed quite a bit, hasn't it?
It is certainly an interesting time in this set of regulations because, as you know, when a new set of regulations come out, everything changes and you always wonder who's got it right. Well, we know the Red Bull are the ones who really got it right the last couple of years. But now you can see the rest of the grid slowly start to catch up. And there's really only so much left for Red Bull to get out of these regulations. So it is interesting and the pack are catching up.
Technical issues coming off the practice starts. Watch the RPM on the full start. We don't want you to bog down. Okay, full wet seems to be the fastest tyre for now. Okay, incredible parking there, nice one. That's going to give you the edge if you can get good launch as the race starts. Okay, so that's the rest of the grid forming up now. Be patient and watch for those lights. For a bit of understeer when trailing the car ahead. They're going to be giving off dirty air which is going to affect our tyres, so try to get past. Of time to the car behind. Let's keep pushing. Leclerc's just set the fastest lap of the race so far. So we're leading our teammate by 8.4 seconds. Moments to use ERS is important, so let's try and be as consistent as possible with it, please. Catching the car ahead, but remember, we need to get to the end of the race on these tyres. turns at the moment, just focus on the driving. Time to come in for a fresh set of boots. We're seeing a lot less spray at this point, and opinion here on the pit wall is that we'll probably be okay on the intermediates. On this rain clearing up is about 10 minutes, so just keep your concentration out there, you're doing well. Right, let's have you in at the end of this lap, please. Nice work, you smashed it. Really good job on hitting that target, mate. Gap to your teammate behind, 9.7 seconds. Okay, fitting intermediate tyres next. Left of this rain, then we think it's going to dry up. 10 minutes. Inters look like the best tyre for now. Let's use overtake and burn off some of this energy. Right, let's go, come on! That was a fantastic stop, faster than we were expecting. Last stop, no more scheduled pit stops, let's go. Situation's an interesting one, but I think the right call is to stick with what we've got for now. Oh mate, you made that look easy. Nice work. That's why I love working with you. Smashed it. Okay, clear. work, mate. That brings you up a place. Gap ahead, 8.7 seconds. Okay, be aware the car behind is catching you by 0.5 a lap, 0.5. And gap to the car in front, 4.1 seconds. And that's the end of the race. We'll see you in Parc Fermé.
It's another victory and a champion's performance from Max Verstappen.
And the celebrations go on in Parc Fermé. You can see just how much this means to them. The team are absolutely mobbing their driver because you know that this keeps them in the title fight, and we now see what it means to them as a whole.
The drivers are en route to the podium as we speak. What a fantastic win for the Red Bull team. They performed exceptionally today, keeping us firmly on the edge of our seats throughout the entirety of the race. Congratulations to everybody at the team. After an event like that, who knows what the sport has in store for us next time out? Be sure to join us once again as we continue to bring you all the excitement of Formula One.
It seems as if you have a new rival. This is the perfect opportunity to show the world why you belong in this sport, and to show me why you belong amongst my very exclusive clientele. That's a joke. I love working with you.
OK, mate, I'm pleased to say that our new parts have come through without any issue, so they'll be on the car ready for the next race weekend.